Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about, and Jeff, I'm doing this because you told me I should. We're going to be talking about, yes, you can have more than one VA loan at a time. So this is one of those VA myths or misconceptions. So a lot of people assume you can only have one VA loan at a time. And if you want to buy another property utilizing VA, you have to get that loan out of VA and put it into a conventional mortgage if you're going to keep that house. So you have to either sell the house you're leaving or refinance it. That's what people assume. Now, in some cases, that is 100% accurate. Okay. However, it's not accurate in all cases because VA doesn't look at loans as like, oh, well, you only get one. They look at it as what your entitlement is and your utilization of that entitlement. So for instance, what I'll see is okay, a gentleman was stationed in North Carolina. Now he's in Texas, and he's going to be going to New Mexico, right? So he may have bought a house when he was in North Carolina. Maybe it was 150. Then he kept that house, turned it into a rental property. When he got stationed in Texas, he bought another one, 200,000. Okay. With VA, no money down, kept this one as VA because he still has entitlement left. Okay. That's the key. Your utilization of your entitlement, not how many loans you have, your utilization of entitlement. And then let's say he's being relocated to New Mexico and he's going to buy another $150,000 house, okay? It is possible to have all three be VA loans. It's just entitlement utilization, okay? Now, how do you figure that out? Because you're like, wow, that sounds really great. Like, I want to buy a house in California. I want to buy a house in Hawaii. I want to buy a house in Texas. Let's see where I can get stationed, right? Because VA, you need to live in it, okay? Not for the duration of the loan, though. So in an instance, like some people would assume with the North Carolina house that this gentleman started off with, that he would have to refinance it because he's leaving it. No. No. VA is a loan that's designed to help you to, it's on your side, and having to refinance if you move is not on your side. So no, you don't have to refinance this. As long as you still have entitlement, you can buy that other house without any money down utilizing VA and still keep that one in VA. Okay. Now, when can you not do that? When does it not work? Well, entitlement, okay, there's a calculation that has to be done, and it's not an easy calculation that I can be like, oh, you just do XYZ times. No, because it's going to depend on county loan limits, states. Like, there's more to the jigsaw puzzle than just here's the picture. It's like, here's the picture, this is the exact size of the puzzle, like you better watch out for this, this, and that. There's like snakes on the road. It's the theme of the week. Anyways, so in cases where it's not going to work is, let's say that you're stationed in San Diego and you buy a house for $1 million VA, no money down. How cool is that? Those are pretty cool. We've done a bunch of them recently. Rates are in the low twos on that. Can you believe? As someone who's done, a decent amount of jumbo loans in their career in the conventional world, the fact that VA is doing 100% financing and the rates are that low, it's just like, it's awesome. It's so awesome to see people get into like nice houses that they love and their payments aren't going to kill them. It's amazing. I digress. Okay, so let's say you buy a house in San Diego and it's $1 million, and now you're getting stationed in Hawaii, and you're like, well, I don't really want to refinance that house, but I want to buy a house in Hawaii with my VA loan. You're not going to have any entitlement left. So that's not going to work, and it's because this first house was so much money, your entitlement's used. Okay, so in order to buy a house in Hawaii with that VA loan, this $1 million San Diego house is going to have to be refinanced into a conventional loan or sold in order to utilize VA again. Okay, so there's a lot that goes into it, but the important thing to know is that yes, you can have more than one VA loan at a time. Now, one note of caution. The way that I generally see this work is people are being stationed or moved, and then as they get moved to a new location, they turn that one into a rental, start at the new station, buy a house, move to another one, Georgia, all these different states moving throughout. That's how I see it happen, and that's really easy to accomplish. the one thing is if you call me and you say, hey, Jen, I want to buy 13 investment properties. I'm going to buy a house and live in it for 6 months. Then I'm going to buy another one VA and live in it for 6 months. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to be like, I'm the wrong lender for you. And the reason is that VA loans are designed to be owner occupied. Yes, you can turn it into an investment later, but if your whole motive is just to buy a ton of investment properties, that's not the nature of the loan. So just remember, yes, you can have more than one VA loan at a time, but they're meant to be owner occupied at the time you're purchasing them. So if your goal is to buy it for 2 months and then turn it into an investment property, that's not the real nature of the loan. And I feel like when we have loans that are this positive for the consumer, that we really want to try to stay true to the nature of the loan and not corrupt it. So key things, your lender can do a max mortgage sheet to see if you have additional entitlement. If your lender says, if you have a $100,000 VA loan in Texas and they're telling you can't buy a house in North Carolina for $200,000 without refinancing that Texas one, you call me. You call me immediately, because it is one of those things that lenders often don't know until they're knee deep in VA loans. So it's important to know that yes, you can have multiple VA loans at the same time. Yes, there is a calculation the lender has to do, but it is 100% possible. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're all staying safe. Thank